Now, in another matter, a few weeks ago, a majority of the Senate took a modest step to revive some of our institutional traditions and process the president's nominees for lower-level positions in a more fair and expeditious manner. At the time, our Democratic colleagues protested angrily. They'd gladly supported a nearly identical procedural step in 2013 when it stood to benefit President Obama. But now, with a different occupant of the White House, apparently the same principle just doesn't apply. They said their unprecedented delays and obstruction were justified because this administration's nominees were so controversial. They said there were legitimate reasons why they'd forced cloture votes on 40-plus different positions for the first time in history and wasted so much floor time. My Democratic colleagues insisted, these were highly controversial people, Mr. President, highly controversial people. Well, Republicans knew better, so we took the sensible step to expedite the proceedings for these lower-level nominations. So it's time to take a look at some of the individuals we've been moving through under these new procedures and how controversial they are. This week alone, we've now confirmed the Energy Department's General Counsel by a vote of 68 to 31. The Director of the Pension Benefit Guaranty Corporation, 72 to 27. And Assistant Secretary of State, 90 to 8. Yesterday afternoon, we advanced the nomination of 3 district court judges with 64 votes, 89 votes, and 94 votes. Obviously, really controversial people we've been talking about here. So, Mr. President, we aren't talking about lightning rod partisans here. These are abundantly qualified, non-controversial public servants. They're the kinds who used to go through in big groups by voice vote. The 2 leaders would put together packages and voice vote them. Well, our friends across the aisle aren't letting that happen. But now we're beginning to make better progress nonetheless. And now that we're finally able to get these people voted on, our Democratic colleagues mostly don't oppose them. It would be almost comical if it weren't a sad reminder of just how totally pointless the past 2 years of obstruction have been. But it's also a hopeful sign as we move forward. After studying and considering these nominees, the Senate will keep on filling judicial vacancies. We'll keep confirming the president's team. We'll keep keeping the American people, the government they actually voted for, back in 2016.